Hello guys, welcome to Thermomix Adventures. Lisa here. Today we're going to do a created recipe together. Now share this video with someone you know who has a TM6, has the Cookidoo 3.0 so they can do their created recipes so that they can learn how to do this confidently with their Thermomix, okay? I have taken a recipe off Google, offline, and put it in to show you today. All right, so I have visitors coming over. We're making a Greek feast. I'm excited. And I'm making this beautiful kind of potato layered bake. So I have copied and pasted in, but the first thing I do know that I need is potato, and I need it sliced thinly. The cutter is amazing. If you haven't got one, you need to get one. Number one, the spiralizer is coming early 2025, and it's compatible with this. You need this. You need the outer to put the spiralizer piece in, okay? But I'm using the cutter today, just as a cutter. I'm going to use not the grating side, but the slicing side. You might have just seen me. I've taken the shaft out of the inside of that pusher there. That means I never lose it, okay? And it goes in here over the blades. Then we put this in place. Doesn't matter if the hole is at the front or the back, but I did want the slicing up, which is what I've got. So that's what I'm going to do. So there we go. So now I'm actually ready to go. On a TM6, I've got a mode for this. If you're on a TM5, it's speed 4. Look at the blade, the actual cutting blade. It tells you which is reverse and which is forward. It's engraved on it. Have a look. So slicing is what we're doing. I've got like 1.5 kilos worth of potatoes that were peeled in 2 lots of 4 minutes using the peeler blade cover. Okay, this is fantastic, like breathtakingly fantastic. These were dirty red dirt potatoes, okay? I put, as I said, only half in it to go, 800 grams, full size, full of dirt, no washing, 4 minutes, and then I rinsed them. And here you can see it. Now that's 2 batches, okay? That's what I said, it's 1 point something. So you need one of those in your life. It doesn't come standard with a TM6, it's an accessory from the mix shop. Amazing, okay? Game changer. So I'm gonna do thick slices today, I think. All right, so let's get them queued up and ready to go. We'll start that up there. Let's grab some of these. I may need to chop some of them. Well, the lid's not on properly somewhere. What have I done? I may need to chop them because they might be too fat for the top. Let's see how we go. All right, I need this, and we'll just keep putting them through. Watch how quick we will possibly have to stop and empty the basket after some time. That one's a little fat. Two to go. 1 to go. Now that was not sped up. Legit. That's how fast it makes slices of vegetables. Look at that. Now, I was getting a bit full in there. Can you see it? So I'm going to put them aside for the moment, and I'm going to bring up my recipe. Now, please remember, and by the way, check them out. Oh my goodness, so easy. Do check out the cutter, okay? It's a game changer. So let's go now, remove this. We do not want to blitz that up, okay? That would be heartbreaking. Put that aside. Okay, I'm bringing up now my recipes, created recipes, and actually, I don't need to do this. My mistake. It's actually on Cook Today. I put it in the planner, my week. So, bringing this up, my internet's taking a bit of time today, and come to the bottom, and you can see this one that's got a yellow line on it. There's no image. I've never made this before, and I didn't want to take an image from somewhere that didn't belong to me. So after you guys see this, it'll have an image because I'll be able to take a photo today, and I'll be able to put it up. All right, but it doesn't have an image for today. It's got my little TMXing Adventures pink circle in the corner. So it's opening up in a second, and we're going to need our first lot of ingredients. I haven't cut my capsicum, so hang tight on that, but I'm going to do that in a second. So it says created by me. It tells me to heat an oven, and you can see what it's telling you to do. 180 fan or 160 gas 4. Place potatoes with thinly sliced mandolin or sharp knife in a colander. Pinch of salt, 15 minutes, okay? That's to kind of let them release their moisture. Fry some peppers. So now I have not put the links in. Just for ease of use, what I do need to do unfortunately, because I forgot, is slice the peppers. So peppers, by the way, in Australia are green capsicums. So let's just grab the last potato out of here, put this back in, bring over the cutter, just dropped it on the bench, that's okay. Put that in the right, same way as before. Jiggle it till it's down. Let's bring up that mode again. Slicing, and let's do this. Thick is fine. I could have done this with a knife, but it's so much more efficient and faster with this. I reckon my bowl's got a bend in it. I'm gonna bet, let's try again. Oh no, there we go. I was gonna say, if that happens all the time, maybe someone's dropped your bowl. Maybe you've got a little like flex in the side of your bowl. That's better. Phew. All right, let's go. So dropping them in this way so that we chop them nicely. I cut one before I had that moment of, oh, I've got the cutter out. I could use that, okay? So hence the reason, that one there. Now you can see the reason, always give it a shake at the end. You can see the reason I did it on thick because of how finely it actually chops them. Can you see that? So lift this out. Remember to remove the shaft and that's ready to go. So let's get back to our recipe again. So my week, and we're going to put into the bowl the yummy peppers with some oil. All right, now we'll bring this recipe up. And as I'm saying, I haven't connected the ingredients to the recipe, mainly because I've done this with a couple of recipes for this dinner party and there's time poor, but I don't have to because what I can do is when I get over to one of those steps, which was over here, it says fry the peppers with 1 tablespoon, so here's my tablespoon of olive oil, for a few minutes until it begins to soften. So I can come down to down the bottom here, can you see where my finger is? This little weight symbol. I can bring that up and it tells me what to do. 2 green peppers sliced. Got them. How cool is that? So literally in they go. Might scrape them out. There we go. And we can now cook that off like we would saute normal stuff in our Thermomix. Now, if you're a newish Thermomix owner, this might be so incredibly foreign to you, but don't worry, by watching these videos, you're gaining the confidence to do it, okay? So let's close that back down so that I can see my recipe behind it. It says I need to cook it off. Now, for those of you who've been around a while, you know that to cook it off means we're going to put this on for 2 minutes, maybe 3, but being that that's so finely chopped, probably 2's enough. So 2 minutes. Okay, over here we're going to set it on Verona so it steams. We need to put our simmering basket on top to let that steam out. And off it goes. All right? Oh, there's some capsicum. So that's how we start this recipe. We're going to come back in 2 minutes. I'm going to continue this on and show you what the next steps are. So we will see you right then. Okay, they just finished cooking off. You can see the red lights on that. While that 2 minutes happened, I took the time to put this in a casserole dish, ready to go for later. And now we can go next, and it says to blitz in a food processor. Now, we don't need to do that. We obviously have a Thermomix. As I said, this was a Google recipe. This was not a Thermomix recipe. So it says to blitz tomatoes, capers, and anchovies to a paste. So again, I bring up my little scales down the bottom, and I'm going to weigh in my tomatoes. I'm not sure how much I've got here. So it said 200 grams. I had to cut them apart. They're from the garden. Oh, I'm a little heavy. That's okay. I'm actually going to chuck in this one because it needs using. And then it says 2 tablespoons of capers. So somewhere here I have my capers hiding. And then I've got anchovy fillets. I know that's not, not everybody's cup of tea, but 2 tablespoons of capers. Being that it's a Greek night, it kind of is well suited, I think. There's 1 tablespoon. Oh, that was not a 2nd tablespoon. Here they come. Capers. Capers are quite salty, okay? I tend to buy a jar that lasts quite a long time usually. We use it for Big Mac sauce predominantly. Now, I bought the capers a while ago to make, I think it was Caesar salad dressing actually. So it says 8, not capers. I use that too. Anchovies is what I meant. So it says 8 anchovies. I'm just going to say that must have been about 4 or 5 and that will do us. It's going to make it quite salty, okay? All right, so it says to blitz this to a paste. So in Thermomix world, let's close that off. We're just going to spin this up to bring up this little one down the bottom here. Okay, we need to make a paste. So let's go up to about speed 8, 7 or 8. Let it go up slowly because it's hot. Remember, we soften the peppers. Won't take long. That's probably it. Now, because I looked ahead in this recipe, I know the next step says put this in with the potatoes, put wine in with the potatoes, and something else. And I actually thought, you know what? I'm not going to quite do it like that. So it says put the potatoes in the oven dish, add wine, oil, oregano, black pepper, tomato paste, and mix everything really well to season. So I'm going to add it to here. Look at that. Oh, it smells yummy. So let's bring the scales up. Find out how much wine we need to put in it. Now, if you're not putting wine, you have veggie stock in your, I'm sure you've got veggie stock in your fridge. Make up, I don't know, 2 teaspoons with, let's bring it up. I think it's 200 mils of white wine. So yeah, 2 teaspoons to 200 mils of water and just mix it up. So you've got yourself your veggie stock now as a liquid form, and that will enhance that flavor immensely. I have about a bottle that needs using. So that's what I'm going to use. Okay, some pepper, which I hopefully have here. In it goes. And then it says some oregano, which I might actually sprinkle that over the top. That's just my personal preference. Okay, so now let's put this lid on for a second. Let's just mix that through. Won't take long to mix. And then I think we're actually literally done. So up to speed 5, let that mix. And now we stir it into the potatoes, we put it in the oven. We do need to cover it. So I've put mine in my Fira cookware. So I can put the lid on that. So let's just flatten the potatoes, cover with baking paper. So I'm going to put the lid on it. It says bake for 40 minutes, check whether the potatoes are soft, and then take the lid off and cook it for another 20 to 30. So I'm actually not going to do the 20 to 30 minute cook until just before dinner, like an hour out from dinner. So it's nice and piping hot, golden crust. It'll look absolutely divine. By the time you get this video, you're going to see at the beginning, you're going to see at the end how that's done, okay, by the time we get to it. Now, yes, I could have taken time to write this out properly and put those links in. It was kind of a let's get it done job, okay? So sometimes, and I'm just going to pour this over the potatoes, I'll lift it to show you in a second. But you know, sometimes you have those days where you're like, I just got to get it done. All right, and that's been one of those today. But I thought I'd turn on the camera and show you guys what that looks like, okay? And how that, you know, how I do real life in my kitchen. So I hope you find these helpful. I am just going to do this now, okay? I presume some of this liquid will evaporate out. I do want to get that sauce between the potatoes though. You don't want any like potatoes completely stuck to each other. It smells amazing. I can smell that. The cooked off peppers, beautiful. So yeah, I'm going to put the lid on this, cook it for 40 minutes at 160 fan forced, 180 if you've got a convectional oven, and then lid off when you're ready to serve it with an hour out and put it in for that last 20 to 30 minutes. So I hope you give this a go. I can share it with you. Let me know if you'd like the link, but I hope it gives you confidence to start putting your own recipes into 3.0, okay? Give it a go. It's worth doing. It takes that brain work out of it. It's all there in front of you. And yes, take another minute if you get a chance to put in the guided recipe steps. But if you don't, you now know how to do it when you need to on a whim. So I hope you find this of value. Share it with your friends who have a Thermomix and need to keep using it and getting more out of it. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.